Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic and phenomenal day. Quick look here again at AVAX, double checking a couple of things. We've got a really cool situation here. We got a more recent high. This is basically an hourly high at 0.786, 39.50, potentially to be retested here. We've also got this descending trend line here that had a nice little bullish back test to give us our ABC pattern. So this is really awesome stuff here. Great chance we're going to be able to continue further up now that we've broken through the more recent high. Now, it's not a guarantee, of course. A lot of this hinges on Bitcoin not pulling back super hard, but as long as Bitcoin can kind of hold the range of 69.4 to 70,000, that recent resistance level, kind of consolidate in that area, that 0.618 fib level, we should be in good shape. Okay, so again, a lot of this hinges on Bitcoin, but AVAX is looking fairly strong here for the moment, at least for some nice little resistance breakthrough, so to speak. So if you're new to the channel, I just want to say welcome aboard. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to become a better trader, I got a trading academy, community, and signals group linked down below, cryptocache.tech for that. And I just ask, before we get started, hit the like button, comment below. Just something to help grow the channel, get this in front of more people, because I think it's really helpful that people learn how to not get destroyed in the market instead of, the fact that everything's not a moon, right? Not everything moons, and you don't 100 to 50x leverage trade everything. All right. Again, we got some nice healthy profits in our community, all 5 to 6x leverage trades, some even 4x leverage. We just keep it safe and we keep it consistent. So when we look at the resistance levels here, again, this isn't a resistance because it's a liquidation level. It's a liquidation level because there's resistance there. Okay, so $42 is that most recent high, essentially letting us know that we have potential liquidation sweep there. We've also got this $39 mark here as well that is primed and ready to get destroyed. Okay, so again, I'd be careful shorting AVAX right now. I recognize trying to short the top because Bitcoin has pulled back from its most recent push. Its natural corrections happen, but I think shorting the market right now is a bad idea, just considering how well everything's doing. Not to say it can't still pull back, it's just that altcoins seem to be doing fairly decent. Bitcoin dominance is starting to kind of plateau, and that's generally a good sign here. If Bitcoin dominance pulls back, we're going to start seeing altcoins continue, or the inverse, Bitcoin dominance will pull back because alts are going up. Either way you look at it here, these are mostly positive signs. We got our ABC pattern already fulfilled. The likelihood of further downside is low, considering that's a strong 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, basically a support level. The halfway mark in most cases is going to be the most common. 0.618 I would say is definitely the most common, but in this occurrence here with this kind of leg up, the whole process, coming back down to that midpoint makes sense that we got a bounce right there. So let's look at the other things that make sense here too. We're above all moving averages, all the important ones. The 100-day, of course, has been up there for a while. That's right up there with that resistance / liquidation level. We can also see here as well with the stochastic RSI, it's starting to shift. We got a bounce off 50 in the RSI. Money flow index is high, and this is actually looking pretty good. Most coins right now, money flow index is pretty low on the daily, which leads me to believe that we're going to be in good shape here because of the fact that we have a lot of volume coming into this coin the last 14 trading days. So it's a very, very good sign. Last 2 weeks of trading has been pretty good. Once again, it's common for that to occur considering the fact that we've have more up than down, if that makes sense. But either way, 34, I'm rounding up, I'll say $35 is that point of control for the most recent range since April 13th, that wonderful disaster of a day for Bitcoin. So all in all, everything's pretty favorable here. You do got to recognize MACD is trying to diverge, but it hasn't yet, so truthfully, that doesn't mean much at all. All right, disregard that. Looking at the 4-hour time frame, we can recognize that we're over 50 on the RSI. Money flow index is behind. This is standard for a lot of coins because you got to recognize 14 candles on a 4-hour time frame. That's roughly 2.5 trading days. That is this past weekend. There's not a lot of volume on weekends, so that's why we're seeing that. But we can obviously see more volume now and stochastic swinging up along with the MACD convergence here. So these are very, very good signs here, folks. A lot of reasons why taking a long position with this coin is a better consideration than taking a short. While we are tentatively rejecting out the 50-day simple moving average, that is an important level to close above. We can see this most recent resistance here too. We'll just go ahead and mark that on the charts. Pending we break that and we close above, just say 38.50, we should be in pretty decent shape to see the price action continue further up. This could even be the beginning of a cup and handle. Let's go ahead and draw that out on the hourly, just so you kind of understand what that will generally look like. Okay, so again, we got the most recent high, price action pulling back. We've got our cup. It's somewhat of an ugly cup. It's still misshapen, but still there. And then generally what's supposed to happen here is we're supposed to see a descending channel here. So we're going to pay attention to this, see if we work our way down, possibly get a bounce off 0.618 fib. So a good consideration for entry would be $37.80/$38. Just based on this overall pattern here. This is not a foolproof 100% guarantee. It's just a smaller pattern that we see on smaller time frames. And you got to recognize the smaller the time frame, the less impactful of those breakouts are. So in this instance here, I think there's a possibility, just not a probability. The reason why it becomes a probability, rather, is because of what we've seen here so far. Everything's looking pretty bullish, minus that 50-day SMA on the 4-hour. So pending the 50-day SMA doesn't continue to hold a price action in place, we should be in good shape here. We're above the cloud, conversion lines of the baseline, lagging spans free and clear. These are all extremely positive signs. So again, we got just a larger statistical probability of Avalanche performing well in the near future. I believe Bitcoin, if it does pull back further, we're going to see a support 96,000. Sorry, that'd be nice. 69,400. That's the most recent resistance level. The range it was breaking. So having broken through that at 0.618 fib on Bitcoin leads me to believe that could be the new bottom. If that is the case, we might see AVAX pull back to this recent point of control at a roughly $38 and then be a solid consideration for an entry there. So that's kind of where I'm at. Those are the considerations here so far. Looking pretty darn good here. I do want to say thank you again so much for your awesome support. Everyone's been watching for however long you have. Some of my followers have been with me for over 3 years. That's pretty amazing. So thank you so much again for that. CryptoCache.tech is a site if you want to join our Trading Academy community or signals group. Awesome trades here recently too, by the way. Bitcoin, Harmony 1, Solana, RDNT, and then what a recent near long we took over the weekend. Everything's in profit, and it will continue that way, folks. Definitely looking good. I would say we're more long biased in this market than short. I don't have any shorts open currently. Thank you again so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you so much.